Welcome to Fire Sale Franchise episode 55. Obviously, we've got some issues here before we're going to advance the week, but we're still going to have issues even once we scatter some players. And I say issues, it's actually not too bad. Obviously, Nate Cowan is now our starting running back for the foreseeable future. Carson Wentz is our starting quarterback for a few weeks. But like I said I would, I also spent XP on some people, and we can see I don't think any changes here, if I remember correctly, worthwhile. But our defense looking a lot stronger. Jameson Nickerson, an 89 overall now. Christian Stuckey, an 88 overall. Darren Stanley, an 88 overall. And Antoine Dyson went from an 80 to an 85 overall, just using his first set of XP, basically. And that went to some good areas as well. So all of the changes here really were made to try and get ourselves a little bit better in zone coverage, as I don't like how weak the middle of the field is feeling. But again, like I said before, that's really because the outsides are so strong, but it doesn't really matter why it is if we give up a good amount of yards there. So we were trying to challenge that a little bit. Some people I still haven't upgraded either. But what we're going to do now is scout college players, move on to the next week where we play the Raiders, which I can only assume is a tough game. I mean, the Chiefs was already a very tough game. We're now getting to that point where every week you start thinking, is this the one where we're going to drop a game? Is this the one? Hopefully that doesn't come. Who knows? We may go 16-0, but 8-0 right now, and we came very close 2 times in the last episode to losing our streak. We came very, very close to losing our streak against the Chiefs. Basically got bailed out by a pass interference. I don't know if he would have got the ball down the field in time if there wasn't a pass interference. So that was player scouted. We took a look at we took a look at all 3 of the punters, because we are probably going to be letting Thomas Morstead go after this season. And there's some good ones. I say good ones as in they've got A accuracy and one of them's got A minus power, so obviously they should be good. Awareness is always terrible for them. The Eagles have signed one of our practice squad players, not that worried about it, don't even know who that is. But Mario Edwards Jr. is back and ready to play again, which is good because as we lose more players, getting someone back is obviously a huge deal for us. But aside from that, everything is the same, and we go into this game against the Raiders, who are 5-3. And let's take a quick look at their squad, actually. So they have Xavier Batiste, another one of those defensive ends that was quite good, and he's an 81 overall at the moment. So it's going to be a bit of a battle between him and Ryan Tatum. Khalil Mack standing strong at a 99 overall. Obviously someone to look out for. So they've got some good players, but being honest, I'm not that worried about the players they have. But let's see how everything goes now with, when you look offense, really, when you consider the fact our quarterback and running back are different now. Let's see how we can take on these Raiders, who we know have a dangerous defense. Their offense is a little underwhelming, although still has those same threatening players we expect them to have, but just maybe not as strong as we may have thought they would be, in 2020. That doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Let's take them on. So the first play of the game is a pass. Usually we see a pass here to Josh Gordon, who now plays for the Raiders after being reinstated, and Christian Stuckey makes some regret catching that one. Then on the next play here, 2nd and 7, they go for a screen, which works out for them. They get the first down. They go into the flat here, 2nd and 7. Josh Gordon again taking another big hit. And then they go for the option here. Derek Carr gets around the outside, makes one man miss, and finally gets tackled there by Eric Nickerson. And now we meet up with them, 2nd and goal on the 4-yard line. That run there is stopped, bringing up 3rd and goal. Derek Carr now looking to pass. He has the time in the pocket, but nobody's open. Absolutely nobody. Finally finds a man, but Darren Stanley stops him from getting into the end zone. They settle for 3 points. 1st and 10, we go for a screen here. Nate Cowan manages to truck the first guy and pick up the first down. 2nd and 10 now at the 39. Wentz looking for Chance Sugars, finds him in a tight gap. 3rd and 11 now on the 48. Again finds Chance Sugars there for another first down. Chance Sugars truly has become a first down machine. 2nd and 12 there to Brandon Coleman. He was behind the cornerback, manages to get upfield into the end zone. And we start with a touchdown there. Score now 7-3. And the Raiders now trying to run again on 2nd and 4. 3rd and inches. Then Christian Stuckey coming in with the stop. And we get the ball back. 1st and 10 on the 42. And absolutely no chance there for Cowan. So 3rd and 10 now, 42-yard line. Again, a pass there to Cowan, but he couldn't take it for the first down. The Raiders get the ball back. 1st and 16 here. Trying that option again. This time Emmanuel Jeffries all over it. 2nd and 14 at the 47. Carr with plenty of time to pass. Finds a guy in the flat. D. Milliner in with the big hit. Josh Gordon taking plenty of those today. 3rd and 10 now. A pass out there to a running back, and he gets the first down. Does get tackled straight away though. 1st and 15 at the 33 though. Derek Carr with time, not enough time, gets sacked by Ryan Tatum, who came the long way around. First and 10 now. Carson Wentz looking to run it, and that's what he's going to do. Nice block there by Nate Cowan, or at least slowed the defender down, allowed Carson Wentz to pick up the first down untouched. Now Nate Cowan fighting for that first down, gets it, is then immediately tackled by 2 defenders. A quick pass out there to Brandon Coleman on the out route, gets pushed out of bounds, and now the 2nd and 1 on the 10-yard line. A pass to the outside for Tajay Sharp, who takes it in for a touchdown. And we go up 14, 2nd and 4 now for the Raiders. Derek Carr again looking to pass and finds a man there. A nice spin move makes the first guy miss. Tackled after they pick up the first down. 1st and 10 again. A pass there to the flat again. And Josh Gordon getting a lot of targets so far in this game. 3rd and 5. 10 seconds left in the first half. They do complete, but with no timeouts, the clock will run out. And we go into the second half, leading 14-3. 1st and 10 on the 26. First pass that was intended for Malcolm Mitchell there, coming underneath and just completely over his head, straight at the linebacker. And now the Raiders have the ball in great field position. Pick up a first down, making it 2nd and 10 on the 13 here. And it's a nice stop eventually there by Ryan Tatum. Looked like Darren Stanley was going to make the tackle. 3rd and 9 now at the 11. And there we go. Mario Edwards Jr. in with the sack. And that holds them to just a field goal. 1st and 10 now. And now again another fumble. Twice in a row, we've had absolutely no luck here starting the second half. It gave the Raiders good field position, but we held them to just a field goal. 2nd and 10, we managed to pick up a first down there. 1st and 10 out at the 28-yard line. Nate Cowan with a nice pickup, fights to get the first down, but that was pretty much it for us. Nothing more there, so the Raiders back with the ball. Derek Carr there just shrugging off a defensive lineman on 2nd and 9, picking up 3rd and inches, but it's not enough on that attempt, and we get the ball back. 3rd and 6 here. Carson Wentz manages to get it just out in time, but Kirby Lott takes a big hit trying to make that tackle, is injured, will be out for the rest of the game. And now a 2nd and 4, a huge break there on the run. Nobody's stopping anybody, a bunch of missed tackles, a bunch of good blocks by the Raiders, and they go all the way for a 74-yard touchdown. So the Raiders now lead by 3 points, 17-14, but anything you can do, I can do better, and we go for a huge passing touchdown here. Malcolm Mitchell is going to stroll into the end zone. Okay, so it wasn't actually better because it wasn't any longer, but a great play from Malcolm Mitchell just to release cleanly off the line. A perfectly placed throw by Carson Wentz, and we hit him straight back with a long touchdown. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders on the 25-yard line. Pass out to the flat. A bunch of missed tackles again. It looks like the same thing's going to happen. Eric Nickerson will not catch him. Jameson Nickerson will, however. We bring him down at the 19. 1st and 10 here now for Derek Carr, and he is sacked, taking a big hit from Ryan Tatum. That's his 3rd sack of the day. 2nd and 17 now. Derek Carr absolutely nowhere to go with the ball. Takes another sack, and on 3rd and 22 now at the 32-yard line. Derek Carr needs some magic. Again, doesn't find anybody open, just throws it away. They have to settle for a field goal. Score 21-20 here, and Carson Wentz finds Brandon Coleman there, fitting it into a very tight window. And on 3rd and 10, looks for Brandon Coleman again. Finds him for a first down. 3rd and 4 here now. Had to just try and throw it up for Chance Sugars. Couldn't get a completion there, but didn't have much of a choice. The pressure was coming. 1st and 10 now for the Raiders. Derek Carr, plenty of time in the pocket, manages to get it out. And D. Milliner there with a big hit again in this game. 3rd and 4. Derek Carr just throwing it away as he was under some pressure. Score 24-20 here. That was about the best run Nate Cowan has had today. 3rd and 7, looking for the first down, looking for Brandon Coleman, and he cannot make the catch. And we join the Raiders here. 1st and goal on the 4-yard line after a bunch of dink and dunk plays took them all the way down the field. 2nd and goal now. Derek Carr looking for something, rolling out to the left to avoid pressure, gets it out for a completion, but actually lose some yards there. Now 4th and goal on the 1-yard line. Carr looking to pass again. The pass is broken up by Darren Stanley, and we have to just try and get some breathing room here, which we get on that play, but nothing more. We had to punt away. Luckily, we're down at the 35, and with 12 seconds left, that will finish the game there. Another sack. Something I'm not happy with whatsoever is the fact we literally cannot run the ball, and I mean at all. We saw Nate Cowan fight for the few yards that he got, and they were nothing. I think the problem is highlighted when Carson Wentz plays quarterback instead of Lance Sitton, because, you know, as much as Lance Sitton seems to just be not average, that's unfair to him, but obviously he hasn't consistently played like a superstar or anything. I think he's a lot better than, you know, it looks like, and we see that with Carson Wentz struggling today. 286 yards, 55% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns. That's not struggling, of course, that's all right, but as in he struggled at certain parts. One interception was wild. Now, you know, in our first year and stuff like that, I saw some wild passes being thrown around and overthrown. That's about as crazy as I've seen, just launched over the head of Malcolm Mitchell directly, well, not even directly at a linebacker, because it missed him slightly as well, but, you know, it went alright. Passing went alright. Running, pathetic. That's the worst we've ever done. I mean, attempts-wise, actual yards-wise, ridiculous. And look at that. 7 attempts, 5 yards, 0.7 yards per carry. That's with 2 broken tackles. On 7 attempts, you need to break 2 tackles to average 0.7 yards per carry. That's it. I don't understand it. We've got a good line. I actually do not understand how nobody can block anybody for more than half a second. That's the problem. Hopefully I put the play into the thing. It was one of the first running plays, and the defensive tackle was blocked for like half a second and then got straight through. There's not even, you can't get to the second level because the proverbial second level is the first level. However, Nate Cowan receiving didn't realize he could do this well. 6 catches, 52 yards. Chance Sugars 4 for 47. Brandon Coleman 4 for 90. Malcolm Mitchell 3 for 81 and a touchdown. Again, some drops, but it's all right. The pass game was going well today. Now, defense could have done better on certain plays, but didn't do bad overall at all. Christian Stuckey, 11 tackles, 8 for Ryan Tatum, 8 for D. Milliner, 8 for Eric Nickerson. Sacks, though, 3 for Ryan Tatum, 2.5 for Mario Edwards Jr., half a sack for Emmanuel Jeffries. Now, to be fair, it should actually be 2 for Mario Edwards Jr. and 1 for Emmanuel Jeffries. Edwards kind of just managed to tag onto that half sack for Jeffries, who pretty much did it on his own. So we got the pressure there, which pretty much helped us win because Derek Carr is crazy. Very good at getting himself out of pressure and very good at throwing off balance and launching it downfield. But we were able to get enough pressure onto him to start disrupting those late game drives and get us the win by 4 points. It was close, but we managed to do it in the end. I don't want this to be every week where we only just win a game, because you take that into the playoffs and I don't think it'll go so well. So we got by, but we do have an injury, and I actually cannot for the life of me think who this is. Oh, of course, Kirby Lott. I forgot about him. He's out for 6 weeks, so we're back to the same old thing of last season. But luckily, right now at least, we're losing players we can replace quite easily. We did set up a little bit more for that. That was the point of last offseason, to set ourselves up to be able to go the whole way by having guys backing up guys in the positions where we didn't have great backups before. So we're not too bothered about Kirby Lott going out because Mobo steps up. We're not too bothered about Will Judy going out because Nate Cowan steps up. We're not too bothered about Lance Sitton going out because Carson Wentz steps up. We're not bothered about Ronald Darby because we have our Super Bowl MVP Ifeanyi Preolumu stepping up. As you can see here, we're running on some great confidence right now. Laramie Tunzel running at a 90 overall, upgrading that left guard position to an A-. However, if you could learn to run block, that'd be better than having confidence. Thanks. Defensively, Mario Edwards Jr. running at an 89 overall. Ryan Tatum +4 at an 83. And he has a lot of XP as well. But as I was saying, the whole point was to get some depth, get some more players everywhere, and that's how it's been going. We lose a guy, we don't mind because we've got a backup for him. So it's the same for the linebackers, who haven't been a problem this year actually, but that's one of the main positions I look to upgrade with Deion Jones there behind him. We do need to start thinking about maybe getting him in somewhere. We need to use his speed. Although Kevin Pierre-Louis is no slouch, we do need to, when we've got Deion Jones, Christian Stuckey, and Eric Nickerson out there, we got some flying guys. But again, we do play a lot of nickel as well, which makes that left outside linebacker position a little less useful anyway. But I'm very happy with how things are going right now. Even with the injuries, I'm not too bothered. The players regress. That'll be poor Nate Cowan for not getting any yards per carry. And let's move on to the next week. So we're ready to go to the Cardinals, the 4-5 Cardinals. No more talking about how easy teams should or should not be, because that's been tripping us up. We cannot forget, starting quarterback for the Cardinals is Logan Tamme, the man we basically replaced with Carson Wentz. And as fate would have it, Carson Wentz will be playing against Logan Tamme. Now, either way, it would have been interesting, because either it's Lance Sitton against Logan Tamme, and Logan Tamme can prove maybe he should have started over Lance Sitton, or it's Logan Tamme's replacement, Carson Wentz, against Logan Tamme. Either way, this is a great matchup. Quarterbacks will have a lot to prove, and maybe, just maybe, and I'm not going to keep saying this every week, but maybe we can start getting a run game going. I really don't know how we're going to get that going, but we've got to. We can't keep just passing it and having, 12 yards rushing. That's not a recipe for success. We need to move the ball. We did it last season. That's what I really don't get. We did it last season. We made our line better, and now everybody's just stopped blocking. But anyway, we'll try and fix that as we go into this game. And let's see how Logan Tamme and his new team match up against us. So here we are, the first play of the game, and it's a handoff to David Johnson, who takes it for a few yards, but we find him here on 3rd and 3. Logan Tamme looking to pass, and he picks up the first down there, but D. Milliner caused the fumble. Jameson Nickerson picks it up. D. Milliner has been punishing people in the slot recently, and that one results in a touchdown as he knocks the ball out. Jameson Nickerson is there to pick it up, and he can just waltz into the end zone with his speed and that shorter field. He's always going to get into the end zone. And now on 1st and 10, we couldn't get to the quarterback. Darren Stanley can't make the tackle on the tight end. Jameson Nickerson has got to go and catch him, which he does. Dyson helps there with the tackle, but they're down to the 32-yard line here, but Christian Stuckey in with the tackle. 3rd and 33 now for them. Logan Tamme rolling out, but he's going to get caught by Mario Edwards Jr., who is really playing strong after coming back from injury. 2nd and 10 here. Carson Wentz rolling out, and he's going to keep going, and he actually picks up the first down. Didn't have a chance to slide here. 1st and 10 now at the 37. Carson Wentz again looking to run. This time does slide. I guess this is a different way of picking up some rushing yards. And now on 2nd and inches, we go left with Nate Cowan, who gets some perfect blocks by his teammates and is able to drag Patrick Peterson into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. 27 yards no less, but now David Johnson managed to get out of a huge pile and is cruising downfield, is racing away from everybody. Darren Stanley's trying to catch him, which he does at the 8-yard line. Finally, 2nd and goal here. They're trying to run it in. Ryan Tatum there with a crucial tackle. 3rd and goal. David Johnson just manages to find a hole, and they get in for the touchdown. We've got ourselves a game here. Score 14-7. Back with the ball here, and we find Brandon Coleman down the sideline, who gets shoved out of bounds after a nice pickup. 3rd and 13. Quick play action, and he had absolutely no chance there before Patrick Peterson came in on a cornerback blitz. 1st and 10, they tried to run it, didn't work out. From 3rd and 7 now, looking to pass, and Jameson Nickerson breaks that one up. 4th and 7, they punt it away to our weapon there, Brandon Warford. What can he do on this one? He's going to look right, manages to get away from the first few defenders, has got 2 here to avoid now, makes the first one miss, spins off the second, but then the first guy comes back and tackles him, but it's a nice gain nonetheless. 1st and 10 here. Nate Cowan just fighting for the few yards that he can pick up right now, but then 1st and 10, manages to make some good cuts there to get upfield. 1st and 10 again, and we're continuing to run with Nate Cowan, who trucks the first man. Is tackled a couple of yards later though, and we had to settle for a field goal. 2nd and 4, David Johnson trying to make something happen there as he was already meeting defenders in the backfield, couldn't make it happen. 3rd and 11 though, they do manage to pick up the first down. Tight coverage, but still managed to get the reception. Now on 1st and 10, the pressure didn't come in, and there's a wide open fullback here. First tackle misses, Antoine Dyson just pushes him, and he's clear to go now. No one's going to catch him. Ekpelumo is trying, but he's into the end zone for a big touchdown. That's 2 weeks in a row where we've given up such big touchdowns. 1st and 10 here, looking for Chance Sugars, who's fighting to try and get the first down, but on 2nd and inches, we're just trying to pick up the first down with Nate Cowan, who just shoves the first man off him. 1st and 10 here, looking to pass to Nate Cowan. Good reception, trying to fight everybody who comes near him every time he gets a chance. 2nd and 8, a completion over the middle again to Nate Cowan, who again is just punishing the first man to the ball. 1st and 10 here, Nate Cowan on a screen, sets up the block there perfectly and is able to just go into the end zone as that man is not going to catch him, even though it was Patrick Peterson. And Nate Cowan with a receiving touchdown on a perfectly executed screen there, let the blocks be set up. Logan Tamme here rolling out of pressure, trying to get away, which he does, completes to David Johnson. He's got a lot of field in front of him, makes a couple of people miss, is eventually tackled at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 44 here. It was a failed screen to David Johnson, never even made the catch. 3rd and 9 now. Logan Tamme looking for something, has the time in the pocket, rolls out left and is now running out of time. Jamarcus Vance forcing the issue there, just managed to force an incompletion. Nate Cowan now on the swing route here, manages to get upfield, hit the first guy, gets a first down. 2nd and 6 at the 29, and a pass there to absolutely nobody. Maybe the referee wanted a reception too. 2nd and goal though at the 10, and that was just a mindless decision. How did that even happen? Thrown straight to Tyrann Mathieu, who makes a good play on the ball. 2nd and 9 now from the 19. David Johnson making people miss, but also getting absolutely smothered there by about 4 defenders. 3rd and inches, had to throw it away. So we got the ball back, but did nothing with the possession. 2nd and 2 here, Tamme looking to throw. He's dropped real deep, continues to get a little bit further back, but Mario Edwards Jr. manages to catch him, and he couldn't find anybody open before the pressure came in. We get the ball back here, 3rd and 4, looking to run with Nate Cowan. Just manages to pick up that first down. Now 3rd and 10 at the 28. Carson Wentz looking to throw, and it looks like there was just a bit of a timing error there on that wheel route. 2nd and 10 now, and Eric Nickerson with the interception. didn't quite go near the intended target from Logan Tamme, and Nickerson makes a play on the ball. Now a run to the right. Cowan's got some space, fights off the first man as he does so well. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals though, as the drive faded out, and they've got a chance now. They've got 3 minutes 30 seconds left, but a sack there for Logan Tamme certainly hurts their chances. 1st and 10, Tamme looking, finds a man in the flat, but he is absolutely destroyed by Antoine Dyson, who forces the incompletion. 4th and 11 now. Tamme, not much time, gets sacked, didn't have anybody open. On a 4th and 11, it's a turnover on downs. A run here on 3rd and 9 will give us the chance to just run the clock out. Nate Cowan picks up the first down. We take a knee here and win the game. So it wasn't the game that Logan Tamme was hoping for, but it probably also wasn't the game that Carson Wentz was hoping for. The show ended up being stolen by the 2 running backs. Forget the battle of the quarterbacks. Both of them 58-57% completion percentage, 1 touchdown each. Carson Wentz throwing 2 interceptions, Logan Tamme throwing 1. Tamme throwing for 226 yards, Carson Wentz for 189, but the rushing. Nate Cowan 22 attempts for 101 yards, so he got over 100, 4.5 yards per carry. That's what we like to see, a touchdown. 5 broken tackles and 36 yards after contact. David Johnson, 12 carries for 87 yards, 7.2 yards per carry and a touchdown. And Blake Moreland doing some carrying as well. And Carson Wentz, to be fair, had a couple of good carries as well. Receiving, Nate Cowan again stealing the show. 8 receptions, 87 yards and a touchdown. Chance Sugars 3 for 41, Brandon Coleman 2 for 36, and Michael Mitchell 1 for 19, and Morgan Spurringer 1 for 6, and that's it. Defensively, you can kind of tell how we did by how many tackles the leading tackler has, and it was one of those kind of days where they hit us for a couple of big ones, and we had a tough time really tackling people. But sacking people, we didn't have too much of a tough time. Ari Edwards Jr. 2.5 sacks, Jamarcus Vance 1.5 sacks, an interception for Eric Nickerson, a forced fumble for D. Milliner, and a fumble recovery for Jameson Nickerson. That, of course, he took for a touchdown. So we continue the unbeaten streak at a staggering 10-0. That is, I can't see when we're going to lose a game right now because we're playing very well. That win against the Cardinals was very strong, I would say, although there were still some mistakes. But another game, another win. It didn't quite work out like it was supposed to. The battle of the quarterbacks turned into a battle of the running backs, and Nate Cowan stepped up and had one of our first good games of the season from the running back position. Defense stepped up as well. That is it for this one. Next week we'll move on to some divisional games where it's always more likely that we may slip up. The division now, at one point, was just a win or 2 behind us. Now is very close, and we play the Panthers and the Falcons in back-to-back games, and one of those could be a trap. You never know, but we're looking good, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to make it, well, not that we're going to make it to the playoffs. I'm pretty sure that's almost guaranteed at this point. Not literally, but as good as long as we don't get any more serious injuries now, we should be fine. Cruise into the playoffs, cruise into a bye spot, and fulfill that goal of making it to another Super Bowl.